with the gridding technique, right? Pretend like, so that's my paper that I'm drawing on. Pretend there's a picture of an animal on here. Okay, you need to label them so that you know they're the same, right? So right there, they're not the same. So like I've got my little section, that ½ inch, they all need to be the same way. Otherwise it's not gonna line up. So how I like to do it is I typically will do letters on top, or you can do numbers, right? So very lightly, I don't even know if y'all can see that. But I'm gonna go A, B, C, D. I don't think I'll need that last one, but I went ahead and labeled it. So it's A through I. And then starting in that same first box, I'm gonna label it with numbers. So 1 through whatever, it should be 11, probably. This needs to be light, right? Because we don't want it just hanging out. Okay, so there we go. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but you can just do it on the top and the side, or you can do both top and bottom and both sides so that it's easier for you to see what is what. And you would label both. So like if this is my picture of my animal, I'm gonna have those labels on this gridded picture, and then I'm gonna have those labels on my paper that I've gridded ahead of time. Do we follow so far? Okay. The reason for this is because we're literally going to draw it box by box. We are breaking it down into smaller sections so that it is easier for you to draw it. It's going to be more accurate and hopefully takes away some of the stress because you're not looking at it as a whole, but piece by piece, right? So let's pretend like part of my picture starts in this box right here. So I know that it's 2B. I'm looking at 2B on my picture. So what I would do is I'm going to get my paper that I'm drawing on. I'm going to go to 2B. I'm going to look at what's in that square only, and I'm going to draw it. Do we understand? If you do not follow this technique, it will be very easy to tell. Okay? So I've done this before with other classes where someone's like, yeah, I'm totally drawing it box by box, and the boxes don't match up. So you've got to take it slow and really focus on doing it little by little. I promise it helps to make it more accurate. It's going to keep things proportional, and hopefully in the end you're going to get a more realistic animal drawing. Okay? Does that make sense? So in the slideshow from yesterday, I've added a few in case you need like further explanation. I'm going to go to no. Right, so it kind of breaks it down. Same thing that I told you, but it's somebody else's words. So I don't know if it'll make more sense or less sense, but it just kind of shows you and explains how to grid draw. So what's going to happen is if you sent me your photo, I have them printed. You're going to come get it, and you are going to grid it exactly the way that we did our papers yesterday. Okay. And then from there, you'll label and you will start drawing. This will take a couple days if you're really taking your time and making sure that you're doing it right. Remember, we want this to be realistic. That means we're going to have to add some shading and value. Okay, you know, I'm more than capable of it. I'm not here tomorrow. I believe I told you guys that yesterday. So you'll just be working on your grid drawings. You know what to do. You know how to get it done. It should be pretty simple. Do we have any questions as far as gridding and what you need to do? Okay, so if you sent me your photo, come up and get it. You need to remind me what it is because I printed for both Art 1 classes, so I don't really remember what is what. I think that's the one.
Yes, it's my frog. I had it.